んよし。もちぼち続けていくかな。なんだっけ、そうそう。3通目の脅迫状を受け取って、
In his haste, Hastings tore the envelope.
挙句今日が、その殺人の日付だったっていう。だね。
Daily Flicker, July 30, 1935. ABC affair, no progress. The alphabet murderer is still on the run. Ever since the police found the connection between the Bexhill and Andover affairs, the inquiry has barely progressed. In this issue, we are publishing provocative letters sent by the killer to Hercule Poirot. Unfortunately, they have not yet helped to find him. Daily Flicker, July the 26th, 1935. The Bexhill Horror. Young maid strangled on the beach. Killer struck at midnight. Ah, some cool air. It is not a good time. Poor Mr. Poirot. Not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps? Let us see if you can...
今届けられてるな。なんか書いてある。間違った住所が書いてある。ホワイトホースマンション。まずでもするか。
Hello, chap. We received a new letter from ABC in the 10 o'clock post.
Where and when?
In Cheston. Today.
Today? I'll inform the population immediately.
I'll check the train times. Call me back. It is not a good... Hastings, what you are doing is an absolute disaster. That is no way to pack suitcases.
Heavens, we must hurry. We have to get to Churston before the murder.
Hastings' order and method are always necessary, regardless of the circumstances.
Okay. I'll let you pack them.
or the same. It really is a disgrace to leave your belongings in such a mess.
Was that maybe?
Voila. It only took a minute.
Poirot, you were right.
またあれ言ってないんだけど。
I've just consulted the ABC guide. There's no hurry. The next train doesn't leave till 11:45.
You see, there is no need to hurry. We will not be in Churston until tomorrow morning. After the murder.
But why has the murderer warned us so late? It's not what he usually does. Did he do it on purpose?
Very good question, Hastings. We should also compare the letter we have just received with the other two. Although I have very little doubt about what we will find.
やっとできる。
We've missed the 6:45 train, but we have plenty of time to catch the night train. Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag. Right, let us compare this new letter with the second one. Let us examine this more closely.
うん。
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
うん。なんか前回と同じ
Yes,
で
the A appears.
A とか W とか
Let us compare.
文字が
That's
同
right.
一なの。
The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some others.
W と I。
Yes, this I is weird. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other.
W ね。
The double. Right. Let us compare this. Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
なぜ犯人が予告が送ったのか。住所が間違っていたから。なんでだろう。
The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay. All the same, the post office took their time correcting the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard. Poirot, the telephone. It must be Jap.
過去にも手紙送ってきてたから、
I have some news from
もしかしたら
Churchton.
不思議なんだよね。
Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was murdered while out on his evening walk.
マイケル・クラーク。
Sir Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in London. A wealthy man, he retired to Combside, a beautiful house by the sea. He collected antiques.
Are you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train.
その専門家。それなんか、最初の殺人事件でも不思議な薬があるっていう話だった。実は関係してるのか。
The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London. The body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go, my friends. I will come soon. Jap has emptied the victim's pockets and has laid out their contents on this piece of wax cloth.
じゃあこれ、指輪。財布。
Nothing appears to be missing from this wallet.
鏡？時計か。
An oriental dragon. It's an old piece, much older than the pocket watch on which it was fastened.
鍵。
A signet ring, very probably with the Clark family's coat of arms. It is pointless.
鍵意味ない。
Sir Carmichael's throat was cut. It's a clean incision, a professional murder.
Wow.
An ABC guide.
Just.
The murderer's customary signature, covered in blood this time. Apart from the wound to the throat, the body is untouched. No cuts, no bruises. The gravel on the path has been sprayed with blood that covers a conical-shaped area, which starts at the body and becomes wider as it moves further from the bush. I'm not going to leave now. This place is very calming.
うん。最近は、技術的ない。
The site is exceptional. It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening. The body is just in front of a bush, one of the only bushes in the surrounding area. The vegetation behind the bush has been trampled. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
カーマイケル共和交差的道の位置にいたか。
Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush when the killer cut the throat from behind. A fatal blow that sprayed blood over a range of more than 1 meter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
カーマイケル共和殺人犯を見たのか。後ろからまた例のごとくやられたんですね。
Have you finished, Poirot?
Chief Inspector, many questions remain unanswered, but I am certain of one thing. The killer has prepared his crime very carefully.
Quite right. He must have known Sir Carmichael's movements well to plan such an attack.
The murderer struck with terrible savagery.
Yes, blood flowed. It's the first time he's attacked a man. He armed himself accordingly.
Have you spoken to the victim's family, Chief Inspector?
I've spoken to the brother, Franklin Clark. I didn't get much out of him. He's yours. I must get the body removed.
To be honest, this inspector seems rather obtuse. I'm counting on your friend Poirot to catch my brother's murderer. Ah, here he is now. Please, Mr. Poirot. Mr. Poirot, this is my brother's secretary, Miss Thora Gray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Poirot. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, mademoiselle. I find it hard to digest. It is not the right time. Hastings does not like very hot tea. He's going to blow on his cup for a good while before drinking. There is something very viril about him. There is something very viril about him. Franklin Clark is an adventurer, the sort of man that women like. There is something elegant about her.
ルイブローチ。駆使されたクラシックスタイルのブラウス。
She has good taste, except perhaps in her choice of jewelry.
Please excuse me, I have to take care of Lady Clark.
My brother's wife is gravely ill. You will probably want to question her, but I fear that it won't be possible today.
理解する。要求する。
Of course,
理解する。
I understand. Someone set a trap for your brother. Who was familiar with his habits?
Everybody knew he took his evening walk at 8:30, and that he always followed the same path.
And did people of the village know Sir Carmichael's habits?
I don't know. It's possible.
What were you doing last night?
After dinner, I went to my bedroom. At 11 in the evening, the telephone rang. It was the police. I went to look for my brother.
Was it a dark night?
It was a new moon. I took a lantern.
So it was you who found the body.
Yes, along with the gardener.
Have you seen any strangers around the house recently?
No. As far as I know, nobody has been near the house.
Miss Clark.
Oh, Lady Clark must have fallen from her chair. I have to help Miss Grey get her up.
Hastings, while our host is gone, let's examine the drawing room.
But, Poirot, a gentleman shouldn't...
I take full responsibility. All you have to do is to leave the drawing room door ajar and let me know if anyone is coming.
早い。まあ、そうな。ジェントルマンは、こんなことをしてはいけない。
I'm not going. It is an emperor. His place at the center of the table is probably symbolic. A dragon.
そうね。あの女の人もドラゴンの。
Dragon, dragon, dragon. Sir Carmichael showed himself to be very consistent in his collection's theme.
そうだね。そう。
A turtle.
500、なんだっけ。4つのやつじ
A tiger.
ゃん。500個、スザク、清流剣。懐かしい。
Crane?
まさかファーローは知らないよね。
Comside's private collection, purchases since 1920. The catalogue for Sir Carmichael Clark's collection. Compass, point to the south. Bronze and magnetite, Han Dynasty, circa 210 BC, purchased in Hong Kong 1935. There are some very valuable objects here. The interior is richly decorated.
なんか結構中国系のものをいっぱい収集していたような雰囲気だね。
Dragon, dragon, dragon. Sir Carmichael showed himself to be very consistent in his collection's theme. It's locked. Turtle, the dragon, the crane, and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere.
お皿か。
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
あら。いちいちチェックしに戻んないといけないのか。全部捨てたりしない？
The position of each motif.
うん。
The cardinal points. This book could maybe help me. Each cardinal point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the imperial dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards
体を
him.
向けている。
The position of each motif is correct.
"体を向けてる」って、なんだ。
Each cardinal point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the imperial dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him.
Turn towards him.
The position of each motif is correct. The position of each motif.
テーブル見てくるか。
A turtle.
印は上側。印はみんな真ん中に向ける。
turtle, the dragon, the crane, and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere. The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned. The position of each motif is correct.
向きが違う。
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
こうじゃなかったっけ？
The position of each motif is correct, but... Turtle, the dragon, the crane, and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere.
違う。これで合ってると思うんだけど。あ。
Position of each motif resembles that of those on the table.
うん。そういうこと。これで合ってる。
I think I heard a bang. Could it be this couple? This is interesting.
おお、一本ない。
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, ComSci Churston, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan. These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here.
一本ないけど。
Here's Miss Gray.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Lady Clark's condition requires regular care. I believe you want to ask me a few questions.
Indeed, mademoiselle. This porcelain is remarkable. Is it old?
It's about 3 centuries old, I believe. Wait, let me find the reference.
She appears to be very flustered. She's unable to hide her emotion, and her makeup has been disturbed. I think that this young woman has just been kissed.
Here? Teapot with black dragon, Gangxi period, end of the 17th century. It is a rare piece with unusual colors.
You have a good knowledge of art history.
Acquired while working with Sir Carmichael. I used to help him manage his collection and choose his new acquisitions.
Did you have a good relationship with your employer?
He treated me well, and I am sorry for his death.
Have you seen any strangers hanging around in the past few days?
No. Nobody has been near Comside.
Tell me what happened last night.
After dinner? Well, I did some sewing, and then I went to bed. I was woken by the telephone at 11. I heard Franklin Clark speaking with the gardener. They left with some lanterns, and they found the body.
Am I right thinking that something is going on between you and Franklin?
How dare you ask me such a question?
Please excuse me. I was indiscreet.
I refuse to speak to you anymore, Mr. Poirot.
そりゃそうやろな。
Miss Gray, if I may be so bold, please do not take offense. My friend has rather unusual methods, but all he wants is to find the murderer.
Yes, I understand. I must rest. Please excuse me.
Earlier, you asked me to watch the living room door for you. I don't wish to be indiscreet, but sometimes a gentleman stumbles upon a secret without intending to.
That is sometimes the case.
And I saw Franklin Clark kissing Miss Gray at the foot of the stairs.
Do you think this is a common occurrence?
No, I saw emotion, intensity. I think it was their first kiss.
Well done, mon ami. Well spotted.
However, I don't think I completely understand this business. Why did Sir Carmichael not defend himself? He appeared to have been active and strong.
The murderer did not give him a chance. Let us try and reconstruct the scene. Sir Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush. The old man walks quietly along the gravel path. Then he turns towards the sea to gaze at it. The killer leaves his hiding place on the right-hand side. He approaches silently over the grass. Then he throws himself on his prey and cuts the poor man's throat. He then lays down the ABC before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Just a minute. I'm getting dressed.
Mr. Kirst, have you recently returned from Churston?
Yes. Indeed I have.
Have you seen the papers? And to think that you might have rubbed shoulders with the killer. Imagine that. Mr. Kirst, are you all right? You don't seem well.
My apologies. My throat is burning and my head feels heavy. It's ever since the war, you know. Since my injury, my head has never been the same.
Poirot, it's a pleasure to be with you again after all these years. I looked for a gift to thank you, and I found this propelling pencil.
An authentic collector's item. You spoil me, mon ami.
And you more so by sharing investigations.
Do not underestimate the help you are to me, Hastings. Intellect is not everything. There is also goodwill, and you are not short of that. Later, I will ask you to help me tidy up the room and bring some chairs. Our guest will be here soon.
Ah, is Thora Grey coming?
Naturally. She is a fascinating young woman, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, come on, Poirot. I'm a married man. Miss Grey has already been courted by Franklin Clark. Poirot, our guests will be here soon. We must prepare ourselves.
I should take advantage of the silence to examine them.
なんか、みんな来たな。変形観音の物と変形させるためには、観察してるときに R1 を押す。ネバー、シャープペンシル。めっちゃ豪快。まあね、種取った。ヘイスティングスなら捜査のため贈り物を分割する必要があったことを理解してくれるでしょう。みんな集合した。
Donald is always on edge.
なると。悪魔はまた一人。
Donald Fraser is very nervous at the moment, even if he is trying hard to control himself.
めっちゃ見てるけど。
She appears to have taken more care with her appearance than the last time.
やっぱドナルドの日記があるの。
She's looking at Mr. Fraser out of the corner of her eye. Did she make herself beautiful for him? Sometimes I love a brunette, sometimes I love a blonde. That's what the song says. Sometimes I love a brunette, sometimes I love a blonde. The song says, sometimes I love a blonde who comes from Eden by way of...
ましたよ。
I should take advantage. I should take advantage.
Yeah.
Franklin Clark always seems at ease, regardless of where he is. Something that's unique to people who travel. I ought to concentrate on my guests. I wish to thank you all for coming. I wanted to bring everyone close to the victims here in order to unmask the murderer.
Get to the point, Mr. Poirot. What do you want from us?
Megan, dear girl, please be patient.
Mr. Poirot, how dare you address me by my first name?
Please excuse me, mademoiselle. What I ask is that you search your memories. The murderer must have left some trace.
Yes, he must have prepared his crimes very carefully.
Tout à fait. He did not get to Bexhill at midnight in order to strangle a young girl whose name by chance starts with P.
Must we go into that?
No, of course. Not if it makes you uncomfortable.
Come on, Mr. Poirot. I imagine we all feel terribly uncomfortable about these murders.
It's true. We've to catch the killer, not be spared the gory details.
Mr. Fraser, please get a grip on yourself.
Well, I want to help you, but I don't remember anything else. Nothing I haven't already said.
And you, Mademoiselle Barnard? Did your sister say if she was seeing another man?
She never would have told me.
Why would she hide the fact from you?
Betty knew I didn't approve of her behavior. Her flirting was spoiling any chance she might have had.
Tell me, mademoiselle, what did you talk about with your sister?
Silly things. Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother bought her a brand new pair. The day it happened, she was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Your sister used to sing, I believe. Did she ever perform in public?
She dreamt about it, but she had a very bad cough. It troubled her greatly. She had to cancel auditions and miss lots of opportunities. A pity.
Yes, she sang well, but that doesn't tell us much about the murderer.
Qui sait? In any case, we now have enough information to draw up a relatively precise psychological profile. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
法知的か。まあ、知的だと思うけど。知的。じゃあな。犯人は自信家であるか。自信家だと思うけど。犯人は魅力的であるか。まあなんか、あの人を外に連れ出すくらいには、魅力的であると。犯人は列車好きであるか。時刻表。殺人犯は衝動的であるか、そのことがない。冷静である。犯人は寛大であるか、寛大というか、他の人に手がつかないように。
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can now surmise without too much risk of error that our adversary is calculative, sure of himself, a seducer, of outstanding intelligence, that he has plenty of self-control, and that he likes railways. It's a good start. Other meetings may be necessary. I hope that you will be able to come back again.
Well, it's just that...
Is something bothering you, Mary?
Well, Mr. Poirot, you see, I don't know if I can come to London just like that.
It's normal that people helping with this inquiry should be reimbursed. Starting with you, Miss Drower. Please allow me to pay for your train tickets.
Oh, sir, I cannot accept.
But you must. Mademoiselle, I may not be rich, but my brother left a fortune which will be mine.
Mr. Clark, that's very generous of you.
Well, someone has to foot the bill. Mr. Poirot, would it be possible for you to come back to Devon? Lady Clark has expressed a wish to see you. We'll adjust her medicine so she'll not be too drowsy.
But of course, I shall come the day after tomorrow if it is convenient. Thank you all for coming. We will meet again soon. The meeting was most fruitful.
Really?
Hastings, I believe now we have everything we need to find a common point between the victims. Now it is time for us to use our grey matter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
内緒とに共通点はあるのか、喉のなんかみたいなやつだよね。
The first two victims suffered from bad throat, and that was precisely the specialty of the third victim, Dr. Clark.
We have a lead.
It would pay to take a closer look at the medical records of Dr. Clark's patients.
We'll do so during our next visit to Churston.
I will do it myself, mon ami. You must remain in London just in case ABC sends us another letter.
Very well, as you wish. Thank you for coming, Mr. Poirot. Lady Clark is waiting for you in her bedroom on the first floor. Please excuse me, I cannot stay for the interview. I've to take Miss Gray to the station to see our lawyer in Torquay.
Are you going on holiday, mademoiselle?
Not exactly, Mr. Poirot.
Miss Gray very kindly stayed with me to settle my brother's affairs, but naturally she prefers to find a position in London.
Ah, très bien.
I'll be absent all morning, Mr. Poirot, but the nurse is coming soon. She's to ensure that the dose of medicine doesn't make our patient drowsy.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Have a nice trip, mademoiselle. It would be rude to make Lady Clark. This poor woman is very ill.
めっちゃやばいんだが。大丈夫か、本当に。力の入ったって。泥気の雨。
Please tell the nurse to hurry. Please.
This woman is suffering. She is in no state to have a conversation.
Mr. Poirot?
My respects, madame.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Have you seen the nurse? She should have been here by now. Oh, I'm sorry.
The telephone in the hall is ringing.
出てくるわいな。
The Clark residence. Detective Hercule Poirot speaking.
How do you do, Mr. Poirot? I'm Lady Clark's nurse. I wanted to let you know that I won't be able to come for her injection today. Might Miss Gray be able to do it?
She has just left, but I will take care of it.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. You'll find the skeleton key to open the medicine cabinet hidden in the lion trophy.
You can count on me. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Oh, thank you kindly. Goodbye, Mr. Poirot.
めっちゃ秘密の情報を漏洩してるけど。
Here is the skeleton key.
ね。まだ見なきゃいけないところ2分の1だけど。
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra. It's closed. This skeleton key would be very useful for opening the locks I have not yet been able to
邸宅
open.
のすべての扉を開けることができる。強すぎる。
It's closed.
Ah, Mr. Poirot. Oh, I feel better now. Thank you for your help.
You asked for me, chère madame.
Yes, yes, of course, I wish to speak with you. But what was it about?
No doubt. You wish to talk to me about what happened to your husband?
Ah, yes. Oh, poor Carmichael. Has the madman who killed him been caught?
Not yet, chère madame. There was a great many people in Cheston on the day of the murder.
Indeed. People go straight to the beach. They don't come near Coomside.
So, there were no strangers around the house that day?
Who said that?
The people who live here. Your brother-in-law, Miss Gray.
Miss Gray? Oh, I don't like her. Franklin wanted her to stay, but I insisted she should go immediately.
You are entitled to do so, naturally.
I'm pleased that you approve. The others have been taken in by her. But at least you can see through that self-pity act. See what she's up to. Oh.
見ちゃった。
This subject would probably be useful to me.
銀だ。こう見てる。
This subject would probably be useful to me.
夏のオブジェクトを集めている。どうのこう。こう見て。何かと合体できそうな商品ですか。
She's sleeping.
うん。
I must find a...
優しく起こす方法を見つけなければ、そういう話だったの。コーンとオルゴールのやつ。ここには、
The subject would probably...
金のコーン。オルゴールっぽい。
The mechanism appears to be broken.
ね。なんかバネがいっぱい転がってる。
I have to put a new... This spring appears to...
これで、あれか、こいつか。
I have to put a new... I hope that Hastings will not be cross with me.
This
part appears to be... is where the comms... The other comms are preventing me from position. The bronze comb is prevent... This part appears to be working.
Oh, what are we talking about? Ah, yes, Thora Grey. Oh, Carmichael had great esteem for her, but for me she was nothing but a hypocrite.
You're probably right, madame.
You have seen through her. I'm so pleased that I've convinced you.
Well, I appear to have been wrong about Thora Grey.
So you all agree. How nice it is to be all of the same mind.
Miss Grey did look after you very well, though.
Outwardly. But she's hiding something. I think she tried to poison me.
Miss Grey? A poisoner? But everybody appears to like her.
It proves she knows what she's doing. She's manipulative and she's a liar.
A liar?
Let's see, didn't she say that on the day of the crime nobody was around Coomside?
That is correct.
Well, at 11 o'clock I saw her talking to someone.
Really? And what was this man like?
An ordinary sort of man with a very plain face. Oh, I don't remember well.
Was he a gentleman?
No, he was not a gentleman.
It would be best to leave her to sleep now. The telephone in the hall is ringing. Hello?
Poirot, is that you? Hastings here.
Thank you for calling. Have you received a new letter from the murderer?
No, thank goodness. How are things in Churston?
I questioned Lady Clark, but I will not leave until I have examined everything of interest to me here. Fortunately, Franklin is absent, and I have a skeleton key.
Have you seen Thora Grey again?
Briefly. But rest assured, I intend to summon her to London soon.
She's a fascinating girl.
But secretive. I would like to ask her a few questions.
Poirot, she wouldn't hurt a fly.
Each to his own, my friend. Yours are pretty orphans, mine old ladies that have the maladies.
Poirot, are you mocking me?
No ill intended, rest assured. À bientôt, mon ami. How am I going to open this trunk? Let us examine it. That does not appear to be...
お金192の。
Leaving the code on the trunk. What a strange character Franklin is.
こう。 うん。全然よくわかんない。あんなんじゃない。うん。大反転しみやすい。うん。うん。あ、えあ、全然意味わかんないけど。20。どういうこと？あ、全然意味がわかりませんが、意味がわかりかねますが。ああ、わからんつんだ。うん。 の辺のステッカーも意味ない。なんで初めて手がかりを使うボタンを押してみたが、意味のわからないことをされたんだけど。なんでこれにしたの？でちょっと意味がわからないね。ほら、なんか喋って。なんか写真の中にヒントがあったのか。操作性が最悪なんで。しかも固定されてない。時計が出てくるよな。もうなんか切れそうだわ。操作性がひどすぎる。意味がわかんないし。なんでなんか動かせなくなっちゃったしな。なんか意味がわかんない。どういう条件でそうなってしまうのかよくわかんない。ああ。ま、まだこのパズル解けないね。なんか今までにないパターンだけど。いつもは結構、それ単体で解けてたけど、ちょっと一旦諦めるか。解けないわ。じゃあ、ここの鍵を前開けなかったんだ。
The door is locked.
これ開ける。
This unit contains the medical records for Sir Carmichael Clark's patients. Lots of dust. The records from E to Z have not been touched for years. No known names. No dust on the records from A to D. They've been handled recently. No known names. Disappointing.
知ってる名前がない。
I see some papers that were not there the first time I visited.
開けたかな、しかも。
Valuers report property. Building land located in Comside, Churston client, Sir Carmichael Clark, April 15, 1935, Court and Brunskill office. Valuers report.
調べる、このなんか
Court and
感度が
Brunskill. The name is familiar. Is that not the name of the firm Donald Fraser works for?
ああ、
Ernest Logan.
お前みたいな。
Lady Clark, your wife. I estimate that Lady Clark. These daggers are only ceremonial weapons.
お前みたいな。タスクリスト。
Attention, Franklin. Task list. A. Ordering Lady Clark remedies. Done. B. Tidying up real estate property files. Done. C. Calling the lawyer about inventory. Done. D. Update the tenant farmer list. Done. E. Update land rent accounting. Done. F. Ordering a restock of arsenic. Done. P.S. I have left on the living room table some of my things I don't want to keep. The locket and the dagger. I am sure you know why. Thora.
ちゃんと血がついてるけど。
I've already seen similar daggers.
つけてたやつだね。
A dark dragon for a bright-haired maid. C.
Mm. ナシゴっていう情報どこから出てきたっけ？
Compass point. Order and method. Campsites. The catalog for...
うん。まあ、血がついてるわけじゃなくて、そういうデザインなのか。もう本格的にあれしかないんだけど。
How am I going to open this trunk?
ちょっと待って。こっちで例のヘルプボタンを使ってみるか。おう。
Miss Thoroughgrey, Campside, Chuston, Devon. Arsenic trioxide thallium.
おう。ザ・ブラック・ドラゴンズ・カース。
The Black Dragon's Curse. To Franklin, who will never grow up. January 25, 1928. Car Charlotte. I do not need...
こっちか。もう完全に探索いった。
This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it. This plate appears to be able to move, but... This plate appears... I must need something to continue.
置いてはない。なんも持ってないね。
Franklin appears to be very active.
猟銃に、鹿の像に、熊も。クリケットか
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveler.
そうだね。自分の虫危ないね。ここに来てパズル増えてきたな。
Four Chinese symbols are engraved on this padlock. Well, the characters engraved on this disc resemble those engraved on the padlock. Like this character appears to be the right way round.
That's
it.
いい範囲で。はい。
That's it. This character appears to be the right way. That's it. This character appears to be the right way round.
うん。なんか最後のやつ勝手に開かなかった。
At last, the cupboard is open.
うん。English
Genteel and wild. English countryside revisited.
うん。
The Railway Children, E. Nesbit. For Franklin, on Teffy's Christmas, 1910.
うん。
Traveling in China, a practical guide for English travelers.
うん。
Helmet, flask, and rifles. Franklin is very well equipped.
うん。テーブルの上と本棚調べたいんだけど、調べてない。中に、ここで使う道具みたいなやつがあると思ったんだけど、ない。何かをしなきゃ。か、それはないから。
This plate appears to be a... This plate appears... This plate appears...
これか動く。
This plate appears...
今ないんです。
This plate appears... This plate appears...
意味がわからん。
This plate appears... This plate appears... This plate appears...
何を掴んだ。何掴んでんだ僕は。あ、ちょっと。おい。オブジェクト忘れてさ、仕組みに触れるのちょっと良くないと思うんだけど。こことかさ、うん。わかんないな。また、集めるべきもの、戻れないんだけど。おい。ああ。集めるべきものを集めてないのかな。手がかり使ってみる。それいっちゃう？
How am I going to open this?
1927だ。これ、開けるヒントがないんだけど。
Best to leave her to sleep.
集めなきゃいけない情報自体は集まってんのかね。見なきゃいけないとこは見たけど、ここを開ける手がかりが
How
な
am I
い。
going to?
192なんだっけ ?192 だったな。はい。
Leaving the code on the trunk. What a strange character Franklin is.
これだよ。全然わかりませんが。ちょっと、ググってもいいかな。なんか時計のヒントがあった。ここの机を探索すべきだと思うんですけど。
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveler.
まあ、ヒントがあるとしたら、この本の一番最初に、なんかそれぞれ何日にもらいましたみたいな。
Genteel and wild. English.
そうじゃなくて、ブルーホーリーホックじゃないか。
The railway children. Ines. For Franklin. Und Heffis.
全然わからん。積みました。結 構進んでると思うんだけど、ありがとう、わざわざ見てくれ。まあね。まあ今どういう状況かっていうと、聞こえてるかわかんないけど、まあ ABC 最初にやられた人、誰だっけ？アリス・アッシャーがいて、で、また次に殺人事件が起こって、ベティ・バーナードが殺されてて、で、また殺人事件が起こったと。めっちゃ早い。バイバイ。まあ多分、葵くんが帰ってくる頃には終わってると思うよ。きっと。もうググっていいかな。正直、解けないんだよね。またね。
How am I going to... Leaving the code on the trunk. What a strange character Franklin is.
もしかしてこれ繋がってんの？ 動かせなくなるのは意味不明だけど。動かせなくなったところ的には、7時20分に設定するってこと？そんな、なんていうか、仕掛けなのかな。動かせなくなったらって。ひどいな。
So, what is this sound?
ひどいな、なんか。全くスッキリ感がない。
I should be able to open the trunk now.
なんかググろうとしてたけど、あまりにやってる人が少ないのか知らないけど、情報はなかったという。さて、使えないんかい。これ何？
There we are.
あ、そういう。おー、さて。
Whiskey and other good quality drinks. Mr. Clark really has refined tastes. Whiskey and other good quality drinks.
なんか割とどうでもよさそう。あら。あら。なんだこれ。
Why has Franklin put an Allen key inside his trunk? I'll borrow it from.
これで例の世界地図を動かせるのか。これ途中なの。ここ。これ。今使ったの。何？あ？とにかく UI がゴミだな。使いづらい。まあ、ゴミとか言うとあれだけど。結構ひどい。意味がわからん。
A pile of books, including one about dragons. Nothing interesting.
なんでそんなもの？
A pile of books. A pile of books.
なんなの？なんか言ってくれ。
This drawer has nothing.
二重底に行ったりするの？全部出すとか。 おい。どうやってめっちゃ使おうとしてたんだが。ふざけんなよ。口切れだよ。意味がわからん。これ、観察しないといけないってこと。様々なのね。そういう、そんなのわかんないよ。
An Allen key.
あ元つかすげえわかりづらいけど。これにしとけってことですか？
Another screw.
はあ。
This engraving is not very easy to understand.
なんじゃこれ。何これ。なんか、あれに見えるけど、北極とかに見える。
It is blocked.
うん。
It is blocked.
むしろ真ん中から回さないといけない。いや、イギリスか。
Franklin must really love his country to have an engraving in his trunk.
ん？
A signet ring?
ああ。
A signet ring with a code written on it.
1587。
1587. It may be useful to me.
ああ。で、次はこいつですか？なくなってるんだが。
I've finished.
1587。違うとこあったっけ？工具、なぜしてたし。1587。
Order.
今んとこまだ食べてないものは、例のパブでしかないんだよね。これまだ見てないな。 そう、水素パワード。
Traditional Chinese map. Facsimile. South is on the top of the map.
うん。その反転してるっていうのが重要なのかな。これも反転させなきゃいけないよねっていう。ちょっと待って、この指輪調べてない方がいいかな。
A signet ring.
気づくのようです。そんだけ。そんだけか。手がかり使って。もう全部ポアロに任せればいいんじゃないかな。
Best to leave her to... I am not going.
1587っていうのがどっかで使えるのかな。使うか。これなの。それ開けることは分かってんだ。
I think that signet ring should be placed here.
ちょっと言って意味が分かんないんだが。なんでどうしてそういう発想に至るんだ。
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
みんな白製で見た。
July 1920, Alaska Peninsula.
アラスカ半島。グレーター
February 1922, South Africa.
うん。
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
だからって、どうしろと。どうしろと。熊とか、もう印だっていうのはわかるんだけど、書いてある。小さいし、ズームもできない。わけがわからないんだが、どういうこと？あ？ ああ意味がわからん。
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra. Traditional Chinese.
うーん。わからんぞ。うーん。わからない。
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
なんか見覚えのないやつがあるんだよね。よくわかんないけど。こんなん、なくないみたいな。こんなん、なこれ。人間の足。
The Lion of Sumatra.
なんか、知ってるやつ、見見覚えのあるやつだけ残すってこと？何それ？なんか、必然性がなさすぎて。こんなんあったっけ
The Alaskan Kodiak Bear.
何があったか覚えてない。
The African Kudu.
うん。
I heard the sound of a mechanism.
これは
Strange way of protecting one's safe. triangulating one's hunting sites on a map.
あれ1527外れ
A signet ring bearing the Clark's family's coat of arms. A number is written on it.
1527じゃなかった87
These documents are very likely Eton College School Year 1912-1913. Franklin Clark.
スクールレポート
School report for Franklin Clark. According to his teachers, Franklin was a good student but lacked discipline. Sir Carmichael Clark, Campsite Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsinchasui, Kowloon, Hong Kong. Campsite, 1935, January the 12th. Dear Franklin, first, I wish you a good start to a successful new year. I have received your letter dated December 10th. Thanks for defending my interest against Wang, this robber. Things could have got pretty bad if you weren't a real cold-blooded guy. I envy you for that. Things go on here much as usual. Charlotte is moderately free from pain. I wish one could say more. You may remember Thora Gray. She is a dear girl and a greater comfort to me that I can tell you. I should not have known what to do through this bad time but for her. She has an exquisite taste and shares my passion for Chinese art. No daughter could be a closer or more sympathetic companion. Life has been difficult, but I am glad to feel that here she has a home and true affection. You wrote me you want to stay in China for 1 more year or even longer. I don't object. The longer you stay, the more opportunities you will have to increase our collection. Nonetheless, you should know that we miss you here, and that Charlotte will be gone by the time you come back. I am, dear Franklin, your truly affectionate brother. 12 gold sovereigns, some shares for the Southern Railway and some treasury bills. This is not worth much, hardly enough to justify your robbery.
どれ読んで
Sir Carmichael Clark,
どれ読んで
dear Franklin. Charlotte Clark, Campsite, Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Chim Sha Tsui, Kowloon, Hong Kong, Campsite, 1935, January 1st. I wish you with all my heart a happy year 1935. Writing my greeting cards, I have affectionate thoughts for you. Always smiling as a child, sailing to distant countries and bringing back to us trunks full of wonder. At home, everything annoys me, starting with this young Thora Sir Carmichael is so fond of. I have nobody to share my feelings with, so I write to you. How can I tell you what happens to me? The simplest way the better. I am doomed. I still have 1 year to live, no more. How do I know? I opened the secret drawer of Carmichael and read a letter not addressed to me. In this letter, Dr. Logan tells my husband in the most direct way the truth he conceals from me. Sir, I know, but my husband doesn't know I know. Please don't tell him. And if he shares the truth with you, act as you are surprised. Carl will probably speak in his usual convoluted way, but I wanted to be the first to announce it to you. It does matter to me that you are aware of what happens in Campside. Warm regards, Charlotte.
なんか、調査し終わった。マジか。先が長すぎるだろ。
I am not going to leave.
ね。こっちが出なきゃいけないの。
Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from?
そっかね。誰か死んでる？下の方にこれ見よがし怪しいのは。もうちょっと早く歩いて。
It was probably the gardener who lit this fire. Look here. I wonder if someone wanted to get rid of this paper. The subject would... If someone has tried to get rid of these documents, they may be important. This fountain makes a very relaxing sound. This wisteria is in full bloom. I would like to congratulate Clark's gardener. What symmetry! Something makes me feel uncomfortable. Brown pellets. Revolting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
ここで。空も、バスもちょうどこう、サイドに置いていったのか。ああ、これ。
Everything that Thorgray has left behind comes from Sir Carmichael's collection. He most probably gave them to her, but she chose to leave them here rather than run the risk of being accused of theft. It is understandable when you know just how much Lady Clark mistrusted her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
空どこを盛ろうとしていたのか。
Thorgray had no reason to kill someone who only had few months left to live. The poison she ordered was for rats. The gardener must have made good use of it, considering the stinking remains on the path, not far from the property. I've finished here. I must put the skeleton key back and...
もう帰んの？
Tut. There, that's better. There.
82日33の決勝っていうトロフィーがもらえた。
I must put the skeleton key back.
ですか。
April 19. Perfect. Nothing else is keeping me here. Hello, Hastings. I have finished in Sherdston. I will take the first train. Tell me, do you know how to restore writing on a burnt document?
Yes, you just have to soak a cloth with a hydrochloric acid solution and rub the sheet of paper. Then the characters appear.
Bien. You have been of great assistance, Hastings. Could you please order the solution as soon as possible?
Of course, but what documents do you want to read?
You will see, my friend. À ce soir.
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
ちょっと一旦、どれぐらい進行してるか確認するか。結構ね、でも、もう終盤なんじゃないかとは思うんだけど、67%。まあ終わんなそうだな、今日中には。終わるか。よし、じゃあとりあえず終わります。お疲れ。